Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers. For today we are going to be doing a dark skinned melanin transformation look on my beautiful model, the simple micellar cleansing water. I'll be applying that on the wipes before wiping her face off, and then I'll be going in with the Kiss Beauty makeup fix spray. I'll be applying that all over her face, spraying that all over her face rather. This will help hydrate her skin, because you know we are this is the Harmattan season, the dry season here in Nigeria. You want the face to be hydrated, and besides, her skin is already dry. So I'm just applying the Vaseline makeup therapy on her lips, and then I'm now moving on to the moisturizer. I'm going to moisturize her skin very well. I'm applying more than usual because she has a dry skin. I want the skin to be very hydrated so that the foundation and the powder will just sit perfectly on her skin. So moisturizing is very important. I'm not going to be priming her skin because I already told you guys if after I moisturize and I know she has a dry skin, I just move on to the foundation. Then moving on to the foundation, I'm using the Khalifa foundation in mahogany and hot choco. This is going to be like the perfect shade for her skin. So I'm using the Dab Beauty blender to blend the foundation in. It helps in making your blending very easy, and yeah, you want to do that. Wet your beauty blender, you just make it a little bit wet, not too wet. So that's why my foundation is just blending in smoothly, and yeah, that's just about it. So this is the flawless finish of my foundation on hydrated skin. So I'll be using the LA Girl concealer in Espresso to highlight her face, under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, the forehead, the cupid bow, and also on her chin. So going in with the same beauty blender, I'm going to be blending that out. Like can you see that? You know why the foundation is looking, the blending is looking too smooth? Is because of how hydrated her skin is. So guys, I will want you guys to try as much as possible whenever you're doing your makeup or you're doing a client's makeup, make sure the skin is very hydrated. So going in with the Zaron mineral loose powder in the shade L15, I'll be using that to highlight her face. I like using a dark setting powder on a dark skinned person because it's less ashy. It's less ashy. Yeah, it's less ashy. You don't want it to be that whitish thin or anything like that. So going in with the Khalifa powder palette, I'll be setting her whole face with that. Can you see? In the shade, I'm using two shades of this powder, the shade mahogany and also in the shade hot choco, the same foundation shade I used on her skin. So guys, I recommend you go get this powder or this foundation like that. So can you see that? Yeah, it's oh god, my English, it sits perfectly. So now moving on to the brows, I'm using the Davis brow pencil number 18 to outline her brows. That's after brushing the hair upwards. I'm going to be outlining her brows, then filling it in light strokes. So guys, a new tip for today: if you've done a skin walk before, like doing the skin walk before moving on to the eye makeup, I recommend you follow these steps. I don't know how comfortable you are but with following the steps, but I guess I just recommend you try it. So I'm using that LA Girl concealer I used in highlighting her face. I'm using the concealer for her brow bone alone. Can you see that? I'm just highlighting her brow bone. Then I'll be dipping into her foundation shade. The two shades I mixed, the mahogany and the hot chocolate shade. I'll be doing the outer part of the brows with that, and also the inner part of the brows with that, so that whenever I draw the brows, that's after doing a skin walk, I make sure I do this so that, can you see, the foundation blends in with the skin. That's the outer part of the skin and also the inner part of the skin. So it looks like, can you see that? So it looks like you applied you did the brows before the skin. You don't want it to be all different and all looking not neat. So I just recommend you follow this. And I applied foundation on the upper part of her brows also. So going in with this eye primer from Ben Nye Clown White eye primer, I'm just applying that all over her crease. Because we are going to be doing a nude makeup, I don't want something heavy like that. I'm just showing you guys how we do this. So the Tartelette Tartelette eyeshadow palette, this nude shades I have, I'm going to be going into this nude light orange shade. I'll be applying that on the inner part of her eyes. Then I'll be going into a darker shade, a darker orange, that's a burnt orange shade, for the middle part of her eyes. And then I'm going to be using a very dark brown shade for the outer part of her eyes, like for the contour of her eyes. Then I'll just blend everything out with my powder palette, and then boom, the eyes are done. So after applying my mascara, I'll be going in with the wing eyelashes. The wing eyelashes in ML Pro. I don't know why I love this lashes so much, but yeah, I'll just apply that in, and then we move. So I'm going to be using the powder, the shade in mahogany. That's the powder. I'm going to be applying that on the side of her nose, just to set the side and to contour the side of the nose. So if you noticed under her eyes, it's looking like she teared up, she cried when I was applying the eyelashes. Yeah, she was tearing up. So I'm using the Khalifa powder palette to set under the eyes, using the shade mahogany and hot chocolate to set under her eyes. That after crying, I allowed the tears to dry up. After drying up the face, I went in with the Khalifa powder palette to set under the eyes. Can you see that? So it will still be showing, but after applying my setting spray, everything goes back to normal. So that's another tip for today. If your client or your model cries. Allow it to dry and then set it with powder, and voila. We move on to the Girls Night Out blush palette. I'm using that as my blush. So using these 3 lip shade from Classic Makeup, I'm going to be using the shade in Duke to line the outer part of her lips, and also going in with the nude shade and topping it up with the peachy nude lip gloss, all from Classic Makeup. So after I'm done, I'm going to be applying this bronzer from Get Gorgeous Technique bronzer. I'm going to be applying that on her cheekbones, the nose, on her forehead, and also on her chin, just a little bit on the highlighted part of her face. Who likes this makeup? Please give me a thumbs up if you love the skin work, the makeup, the bronzing, the lips, and everything. Give me a thumbs up, guys. And then boom, the final touch is here. I'm going to be applying the setting spray. I'll be spraying her face rather with the setting spray, and that's it, guys. I hope you guys love this makeup and you love this video. Please, if you do, give me a thumbs up, comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. This is Hadidi Makeovers once again. I'm going to be posting the next video on how I tie this Ankara head tie. So guys, if you love this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much. Bye.